The pre-final for the Minimax category about to start here at the Central and Eastern European Karting Challenge. We're at the CEE Rotax kart track in Austria, and it's the final round. Here they come on pole, left of picture, 428 Daniel Maticek. Contact further back, that's 421 Simon Urbaniak on the grass, and it's been declared a full start. Let's try again. The revs pick up, they accelerate over the line. Oh, there's a huge pile-up. Half the field involved in a big start line accident. Let's have a look at it again. On the inside, fifth row of the grid, it was Adam Vince in the blue race suit running into the back of the kart ahead, and that triggers absolute carnage, which must have resulted in at least 12 karts scattered across the road, in the barriers and on the grass. So who survived? It's pole sitter Daniel Maticek in the lead, from Kovac Zombor, Nicholas Scholl and Atilla Salontai, who slipped back to fourth, having qualified on the front row of the grid. And there are literally about half a dozen karts left in this lead group. Everyone else either caught up in the start line smash or delayed by it. Change for second place as Scholl passes Zombor into turn one, but then he runs out wide, so Zombor snatches back second place. But was it not still a yellow flag zone on the way into the first corner, and therefore should Scholl have been overtaking in the first place? Well, that might be one for the officials to investigate. Here he comes again, clean move at the hairpin. This time he stays on the line out of the corner, and definitely no worries about yellow flags. 428 Daniel Maticek leads from 416 Nicholas Scholl and 410 Kovac Zombor. Well, if ever there was a good advert for making sure you qualify well and start the race from the front of the pack rather than being in the middle, it was here today. A lot of drivers either out of the race or way down the field just because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. We're following the battle for fourth place. Austria's Lukas Dunner in kart 488 holds the position at the moment, but he's got 405 Atilla Salontai right behind him, and 479 Garbak Svociek is there in sixth. Atilla Salontai has got off to a bad start, dropping from second to fifth in the early laps, but the Hungarian is a quick driver. He won the pre-final and the final in the opening round of the championship and shouldn't be ruled out of this yet. I imagine he's keen to get ahead as quickly as possible, because already the top three are beginning to break away. They're heading towards the end of lap 3. The lead group, by the way, contains the top two drivers in the championship, Nicholas Scholl and Kovac Zombor, who come into this final meeting of the year with just 4 points between them as things change behind. That was 405 Atilla Salontai with a move on Lukas Dunner to take fourth place. His next task, catch the lead trio. Speaking of which, here's Nicholas Scholl wheel to wheel with Daniel Maticek, and through he goes. So a change of lead, and it's the man at the top of the championship table who now moves to the head of the pack. As well as leading the Central and Eastern European Rotax Max Challenge, Scholl has already wrapped up this year's Austrian Championship. The driver he's just relieved of the race lead, Kovac Zombor, is someone he's familiar with because the pair of them have been racing together all season in the Austrian Championship. Zombor finishing fourth in that one. Scholl, Maticek, Zombor run first, second and third. Then, having moved up to fourth, Atilla Salontai has already begun to pull away from the drivers running fifth and sixth. Now here's a move into turn one, tight squeeze, but Zombor makes it through. He gets ahead of Maticek, and in so doing moves up to second place. Maticek beat them all in qualifying, but come the race, come the championship leaders. This is good progress for Zombor, but he's still got work to do. As I've mentioned, he's 4 points behind Scholl in the championship. If it stays like this, he'll be 5 points behind. There's only one more race to come after this. Either way, it's looking good for Kalman Motorsport, because that is the team that runs both of these drivers. Now what's happening further back? 406, Leon Lambing is running in 11th place with the 417 card of Laszlo Sova on his rear bumper. Sova carries plenty of speed out of the corner and comes out ahead, then makes sure of the position with some late braking into the corner. Sova is one of these drivers who's gone well in the pre-finals this year, but it hasn't quite worked for him in the big finals as yet. Maybe it'll be the other way around this time. Back to the leaders, the top three still tied together, but look, not far behind them in fourth place is the fastest man on the track at the moment. Very shortly, Atilla Salontai is going to join the party and make this a four-way battle for victory. Second and third are getting closer and closer to one another, and they've got to be careful here, because the moment they start battling one another, trying to outbrake the other one or trying to drive a tight defensive line around the corners, then they can expect to have Salontai snapping at their heels. A mistake there from Maticek in third place. He gets it all wrong, has to get back off the throttle, and that drops him back down off the tail of Zombor. And sure enough, it's put him under some serious pressure now from Atilla Salontai in the TTS Bar Run kart. So now we've got the top four running as two pairs. And having managed to shake off his tail, Zombo has been freed up to attack the race leader. So he's gunning now for the championship rival Nicholas Scholl as this pair squabble over third. And now Solontai pounces, aggressive move. Now Maciek runs out of road onto the grass. He almost spins but recovers it well and gesticulates, clearly unhappy. No prisoners were taken, and he's not done yet though. A move now at the hairpin to put Solontai in second. Good stuff, fourth to second in less time than it takes to explain it. And now all of this has allowed the race leader Nicholas Scholl to suddenly pull clear of the group. He's on his way to take the flag, but he's going to be given a 10-second penalty for overtaking under yellow flags on the second lap of the race. What's more, a similar penalty is going to be applied to his championship rival, Kovac Zombor. So despite the celebrations, victory in the pre-final is going to Attila Solontai. Second place goes to Daniel Maciek, and Garbak Wojciech gets promoted to third. With Nicholas Scholl and Kovac Zombor both demoted down the order to fourth and fifth places respectively, the top three now make their way onto the podium. This will put them first, second and third on the grid for the final, as we look forward to the last race of the season here in Austria, the climax to the Central and Eastern European Rotax Max Challenge.